Hello, I'm back, and I'd like to preface this with a short statement, as I was in the hospital, holidays happened, and a bunch of other shit happened. So, this is my first video back in a while. Forgive the quality. Citadel Ironpeak, the home of the 9 dwarven races of Xentrae. All the way from the peak to the depths, the dwarves of Ironpeak work away for the honor of their mountain home. Within many vaults, ancient legendary crafts have been made, harnessing the essence of the mountain and the regions around. Dwarves are a loved species in whatever setting they are a part of, and are always easy to do right because you can break dwarves down into 3 simple things: short, drunk, grudges. And each of those categories is really easy to do. Please subscribe and join the Discord. It would be greatly appreciated. Citadel Ironpeak is a dwarven citadel in the northern continent of Xentrae. The lone bastion of dwarven life on this continent, the dwarven gear weavers, or engineers in human terms, are a strong point of the dwarven culture. Their innovations and creativity hold together an ever-expanding metropolis, fixing the issues of public transportation, defense, housing, waterworks, and any other issues you may find within the dwarven citadel. And as dwarves, they have a lot of issues. I mean, think about it. If a dwarf lives for around 600 years, just in housing alone there are so many problems that will arise. The dwarves in a metropolis, of course, face plumbing. They need quality plumbing. They need this plumbing to be reliable for the next 600 years. They need transportation for all of these dwarves as well, as when old codger Vurin Greypeak needs to get to his gem polishing job on the 7th tier of the city. He's not going to want to walk up 6 tiers of ramps. He's owned a family house on the 1st tier for decades now. He's not going to walk 6 tiers. It's just unreasonable. All of the issues are solved by the gear weavers of the city. It's an honorable profession to the dwarves. The Citadel is also home to many dwarven mages, who work alongside the gear weavers, under their common title of Soothstones. The Dwarven Citadel works with immaculate efficiency thanks to both of these honorable professions. The most honorable position of the dwarves is the barkeep, also known as a barmaster. A barmaster is one the dwarves never seek to upset, as the bar your family goes to in this dwarven citadel is likely the bar your parents and your great-great-great-grandparents have gone to. A barmaster is an honored person, and you will never see a dwarf wish harm upon theirs. Now, this talk of the barmaster likely has you wondering, well, what is the case with these bars? Can a new bar just open somewhere else that the dwarves will move to? Well, not exactly. Bars in dwarven traditions of Citadel Ironpeak are sacred places, similar to a shrine or a temple. It isn't to say a dwarf wouldn't start a bar fight in one. Hell, a barmaster may even join in a bar fight. But the dwarves hold the bar of their family as more important than their own home, and to go to another bar in the city for a casual drink, or to drink alone in a bar, is dishonorable to the dwarves of Ironpeak. You drink with your friends and family, and your bar in many ways is your family. Unfortunately, to the point of conflict. There's one dwarven civil war that has been written about, known as the Utveshki Fraught. The dwarves of Ironpeak, in the year 643 PA, have found themselves in the midst of starting a conflict within their society that would last them for 2 long years. The dwarves of Ironpeak banded together as their bars built militaristic alliances amongst one another and now ban practice, preparing for conflict within the other tiers of the city. The bars paid for the armament of their patrons, and many prepared to give their lives for their families and friends. War broke out. Guerrilla tactics, arson became a daily occurrence. Many bars counteracted this by rebuilding in stone or metal, and many dwarves fought on the street against the ideals of other bars that their alliances had griefs with. These hostilities all came to a close as the Lord Bejeweled, the Lord of Ironpeak, set in a policy causing many changes for the dwarven bars, stating that they must function as completely independent businesses. They grow, provide, and brew their own alcohol, and this is a enforced tradition. Dwarves are allowed to import various additives, but the base of their alcohol must be their own, must be unique. Providing and requesting no aid from other businesses. This change made the largest difference, as the bars of the dwarves couldn't supply weaponry to their patrons without it being a direct breach of the law. Arson carried on to be an issue, as the dwarves protested the new changes, as will always be the case with any new change. But the dwarves of Ironpeak grew stagnant in their grudges. The barmasters now act as a form of representative government to the Lord Bejeweled, stating the issues of their patrons and requesting changes within their laws. Alright, you're probably wondering, overall, who is the Lord Bejeweled? Well, that is the title of the Dwarven king or queen, with the alternative titles being the Bejeweled king or queen, or our monarch Bejeweled. The gems the dwarves find beneath the mountains are all cut, polished, and washed, with the gems of particular magical essence being ones that are taken to the Lord Bejeweled. This adds to their magical power and a hoard of gems that is kept under lock and key. It's not an oppressive act, as the gem is frequently given to a newly appointed stone soother to allow them to better channel the mountain in their journeys far and near. The wealth of the Dwarven vaults is something I've covered as immense and nigh immeasurable, so let's touch on that a bit. The dwarves have dug 1,700 fathoms, starting at the bottommost shaft. 0 to 500 fathoms is exploratory mining, searching for ore veins and the like. 501 to 700 is newer construction, and all the way from here to 2,500 fathoms above the earth, up to the top of the mountain, is a metropolis. Unimaginable. Despite this overcrowded, humongous population and city, dwarves never seek to leave. It's rare. A diplomatic envoy or trade caravan will be assembled to leave. The dwarven traders are, of course, adept businessmen who acquire only the best of deals for their citadel. And every state-sanctioned dwarven caravan has dwarves who are veterans, not only at their craft and wordsmithing, but their weapons as well. But you still rarely see dwarves who volunteer to leave their home. Okay, I'll probably touch back on this dwarven topic later, but my brain has just been dying as of late, so thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and it really means a lot. Anyways, peace. Have a good one.